Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. I usually have like a fade in before each episode, and it's just kind of awkward. So I figured give it a little bit of a theme song. But welcome everybody to episode this one of So I Heard You Like Movies. I forget what episode this is.
I think it's 6.
6? Welcome to episode 6, maybe, possibly, potentially, of So I Heard You Like Movies. My name is Ian. With me, as always, is my co-host, Andrew.
How's it going, everyone?
Nick's not here. He had to work, and then he had a birthday party, so it's just Andrew and I. So I'm trying to look up. Hold on.
While we're here, committing ourselves to this.
Listen, Nick's a busy boy. Yeah, it is episode 6. Good call.
Good call. I know what I'm doing here.
I'm glad one of us does. Yeah, Nick's busy. It's rough, Those dang Canadians always doing shit. But hey, it's okay. We're here. I don't even think he finished Punisher anyways, but before we talk about Punisher, sorry we missed a week. Schedules have been all over the place. I had something to do last week, I believe. Oh, I was in New York. That's right.
No,
I was in New York.
Yeah, yep.
Ask me how that was, Andrew.
You make it sound like it wasn't too good, but how was it, Ann?
It was whatever, man. It was like, sorry for that noise. I was moving my keys. New York was fine. Like, it's nice that everything's convenient and close to each other, but there's just so many people. Everything is so expensive. You have to wait in line all the time. And it didn't help that it was freezing cold out and I got sick when I got home.
Yes, no God. I'm not a city person.
Neither
I can't
am I,
stand.
man.
I don't mind like going to the city for like a day, but
Yeah.
that more than a day is too much.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't even like spend a weekend there. I think that would be too much.
It was way too much. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe, which was pretty good. I got a burger, and it said it had like a lava sauce on it, and I was real scared that was going to be too spicy for me. Like, I like spicy things, but I'm not too good with spicy.
Yeah,
It wasn't. The sauce was not spicy at all. Like, if you're going to call something a lava sauce, have that be pretty spicy. But
yeah, I'm not a big spice person either, but I do like a hint of spice in things.
You like a little
usually
kick?
when I love me some nice buffalo chicken wings, but I'll eat them with I usually eat them with blue cheese.
I like ranch. I don't like blue cheese.
Yeah, well, that's whatever's your pick.
Some of us like ranch, and some of us are wrong. So.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll just be wrong because I want that blue cheese.
No, New York was like fine, and then we went to Red Lobster. I was one of 6, so I had pretty much no say, being the only one who doesn't like seafood. So we went to Red Lobster. I got a steak. The steak was undercooked. I asked for a medium. I got medium rare, which doesn't seem like a huge difference, but medium steak is supposed to be a nice red. My steak was fucking purple.
See, I like medium rare. I like it to be bleeding a bit.
No, I mean, listen, I like the juice and stuff, but I want it to be like a red. I don't want it to be purple. When I cut into my steak, it was like purple.
I don't think I'd want it to be purple. That doesn't sound like a color I use.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then, but I've heard that Red Lobster has really good biscuits. They don't. Whoever said that is a liar. The biscuits at Red Lobster are not good, and if you think so, you're wrong. It's fine that you're wrong, but you're wrong. What else? What else is new? That's it. That's where we were. We saw Justice League. Do you want to talk about Justice League too?
Yeah, we can. I do want to do some news first, or?
Yeah. No, I'm not right now. I just mean in the episode because I do really want to talk about Justice League.
Yeah, no, I can talk about Justice League. I did see it.
Okay, good. Well, we can talk about Justice League too then. Well, on the topic of Justice League, which is Warner Brothers, the full title for the Fantastic Beasts sequel has been announced.
Oh, really? What is it?
Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I think that is a terrible name.
Yeah, it doesn't really like strike interest into me. Like,
it's not only that; it's like So, have you seen Fantastic Beasts?
I did.
Okay.
So I've actually seen all of Harry Potter, even though I'm not like a huge fan of them. I have seen them all. So,
yeah, no, I feel you on that. Like I'm not a huge fan of like I like Lord of the Rings a lot, but I'm not. There are definitely people who are much more of a fan than I have. But I've seen all 6 of those.
Yep.
But what did you think of Fantastic Beasts?
Not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I felt like I liked it. I feel like there was something about the end that I didn't like, but I really cannot remember.
They obliviate everybody.
So
they just like mind wipe everybody in New York.
Oh yeah. That's a trick.
Yeah. Also, like Colin Farrell, his character ended up being Johnny Depp, and I really don't like Johnny Depp. So now the fact that Johnny Depp is going to be like the main antagonist in these movies is really upsetting for me.
You don't like Johnny Depp?
Oh, not at all.
I mean, I like Johnny Depp, but I don't feel like I would like him as an antagonist.
I don't like Johnny Depp. I'm real sick of him. He's too Johnny Depp in everything he does, and also he's just not a good guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Why was he doing?
I'm not gonna. I don't want to sit here and just bash on Johnny Depp.
All right, that's
but
fine.
he's just not a good guy. But yeah, like, man, I really, really liked Fantastic Beasts. I didn't like the whole Colin Farrell being Johnny Depp. They could have just had him be Colin Farrell. They could have been like, this guy's been right under your nose the whole time. Because Colin Farrell killed it in that movie, in my opinion. But what doesn't make sense is that this is the first movie in a 5-movie series. This is not a movie that starts off a series of movies. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, wait, this is the first? So the first
No. Fantastic Beasts.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's not a movie that starts off a series.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think back of like Harry Potter, and I mean, did you really feel like that was going to start off a series? Absolutely you did. without a question, that was the start of a series. That is the kid's first year in wizard school. And all of Harry Potter was all about Harry Potter. These Fantastic Beasts movies, there's no way it's going to be about Newt anymore. Yeah.
So why even call it Fantastic Beasts?
Now, have you read the books, or do you know? Like,
I read the first 3, and I read half of the 4th one.
Okay, yeah, because I haven't read any of them, so I really don't know even the storyline that's, I'm assuming, to come.
Okay, yeah, so this story isn't in the books.
Oh, so they're already just going off on...
Well, it's written by J.K. Rowling.
Oh.
So it's still official, quote unquote.
just not a book.
Just not a book, yeah.
All right, yeah, no, I understand that. That's just like, the new Game of Thrones seasons.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're not part of the book, but they still have the author working with them.
George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, I was struggling for his name. Thank you.
That's okay. I got your back, buddy.
So, you know how I am with names. That's not my strong suit.
So, yeah, I just think that's a terrible name, and I'm really upset about Johnny Depp and like Eddie Redmayne, the main character of the first Fantastic Beasts movie. He's like, he's not going to be in this anymore, and it's really upsetting because like Fantastic Beasts is him essentially.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like when I think of Fantastic Beasts, he's who I'm going to think of. So if they just remove him, it's not even going to feel like that movie anymore, or that it's going to feel like something totally different. But
like, I think, if I remember correctly, in like the promotional poster for it. Oh no, he is in it. Never mind. Okay. There was like a promotional picture that was released, and I didn't even remember seeing him in it, but he is in it. We've got Jude Law as young Dumbledore. Jude Law was in... Have you seen Gattaca?
No. I'm trying to even recall if I've even heard of that.
Jude Law of Gattaca? Oh, have you seen Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.?
Oh, yeah.
He was Watson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh god, this poster is just Johnny Depp looks so disgusting. Oh my god. Hold on, I'll send you the picture and this haircut just does not work for him. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna
That's
send you
Johnny
this picture.
Depp for you.
I know, I really
There's no haircut he can't pull off.
That's look at this that I'm about to send you. Do you see that?
Hold on a sec. Hold on 1 second.
Oh man. Just is in Discord. Just open Discord.
I know that I don't have. That's what I'm saying. Oh wow. You know what's funny is I feel like he kind of looks like Jim Carrey.
You know, I thought he looked like Jack Frost. But it looks like Ezra Miller's back. It looks like you've got pretty much all the main characters from the last movie back, which is really cool, and some new ones. That's nice. Like I'm excited for the movie. I'm not excited for Johnny Depp, and I'm not excited that it's.
I'm excited for it. I've always liked Johnny Depp. I mean, besides I don't know what he's doing in his personal life over here, but I feel like I've always liked him no matter what character he's played in the movies. So I'm excited to see it and see what he can do with it. So I guess we'll have to judge it afterwards, and we'll find out.
See. More Warner Brothers stuff. The Arrow. You still watch the CW shows?
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the
crossover.
The, Crisis. Yep.
Yeah, Crisis on Earth X.
Planet X. Earth X. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've got Evil Flash, which is Zoom, but he's got 2 logos on his chest. You've got the Dark Arrow, and you have Overgirl, and they all have 2 logos on their chest, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too. I wasn't sure if they just didn't know how to approach like what they would be wearing. It was like, all right, we're just gonna have them have 2 logos.
Yeah, right.
And that will mean they're evil.
I really don't understand.
I don't get that either, to be honest.
And I don't know if that's like a thing from the comics, but I don't recognize it. I've read quite a lot of there's some straight up Nazis in this.
Yeah. You kidding me? When they show up, I mean, I don't know if you've watched the preview. You're just reading an article.
I know. I'm just looking at images on online.
They show up. They are the Nazi. Like they show up full in uniform with the Nazi symbol and everything. And
holy shit, I didn't know that.
Well,
wait, is
not
it Harrison?
not the heroes, but all like the
no,
front
I know
guys,
that. But you've got like the Harrison Wells back as Zoom, which is nice because he looks great in that costume.
Oh yeah. So Harrison Wells is Zoom in
Earth X from Earth X. He is Zoom.
Why though?
I don't know. Who cares?
See that's kind of the stuff that drives me crazy because
it's an alternate reality, Andrew. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, which is all the reason it should be a little more different. Like, why is everything so perfectly the same, but they're just evil? Like, how does their storylines line up so well to keep them all as the same people and, with the same powers, but yet they're evil? I just, you know what I'm saying?
Like listen,
Harrison Wells.
Listen, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I get you. I understand. But that's just how alternate realities work, and you got to kind of just suspend your disbelief for that.
Oh, I do. I just roll with it, but
yeah,
it just bugs me sometimes.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Certain little things here and there, but
I'm like 2 weeks behind on Flash and Arrow.
Do you actually watch Legends and Supergirl?
I love Legends of Tomorrow so much. Oh man, that show was so fun. I watched season 2 of Supergirl. I didn't watch season 1. I watched the very first episode of Supergirl, and I was like cringing at the writing. I could not take it. And then I heard that season 2 was a lot better, so I watched season 2. I really liked it, but I just haven't. I've been so busy with school and with work and with the podcasts and shit that I just haven't had time to watch Supergirl.
Yeah. So I actually, my brother just walked in because he overheard us talking about all this DC stuff, and he's actually the one I usually watch it all with. So
all right, cool.
My brother Doug is here, and he's going to chime in if he feels like it. Why don't you say hi, Doug?
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Hey, what's up? How are you, Doug?
Yeah, I'm good.
So
That's good.
actually,
Good to
you guys have never even met. So
We
I'm
haven't?
talking with Ian. I don't think so. Actually, no, that's right. You did you? When did
Wasn't
you
he
guys
at the
meet?
fire at your house?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I forgot you came to that fire. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
all
right.
right. Yeah, no, he was here. He lives
Yep.
here, so I'm pretty sure he was here.
So has he been watching any of Supergirl at all? Is it good this season?
Yeah, we've both been watching Supergirl. I mean, I think it's been pretty good. I'm trying to remember what happened the first. I feel like there was something that happened the first episode that I didn't really care for, but it's escaping me.
Does
But-
Mon-El have a costume yet?
Monel, no.
He's like evil. I mean, right now, supposedly.
Yeah, I mean,
Have
he.
you watched the?
How come you brought up Monel?
I'm trying to
Do
think
you-
of what happened. I'm just trying to think of what's been going on.
Well,
Okay,
have
so you
ever
obviously didn't see the season finale
the
of
Daxamite invasion. And
yeah.
everything.
of
Oh
last
no, I don't
season.
remember that.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe I
Monel's
didn't
not
watch
even.
that. Oh no.
He's gone. That's how the new season started. They had to use like lead air. Was it lead?
Yeah, it was like a lead bomb that they blew up because it got rid of the Daxamites. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh gosh, I missed
yeah,
so much.
So they had to send him off because he's a Daxamite. So he couldn't be around.
Wait, maybe
Watch
that's why I haven't watched this season.
Oh, because Monel's not in it?
No, because I haven't seen the finale of last season.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that would make
That
sense.
might be it. Oh well, whatever. I'll catch up eventually. Yeah, how do you? So, Doug, are you excited for the crossover?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that. I mean, I can't really be that upset with Supergirl and how interesting it is. The crossover event looks awesome.
Yeah, I think it's only a 2-part event, right? I'm pretty sure.
Think so.
I
I'm
think
not
it's just-
sure. What's
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
Flash and Supergirl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just two episodes. I don't know what episodes they are.
I think
I'm assuming
it's-
Flash.
I think it's Flash and Arrow
You
because
think
those are the
so?
two. Those are the two biggest shows. So
Yeah, well, honestly,
well, I thought
that
it was on Supergirl's planet.
no, it's
Is it?
on. It's because it's Barry's wedding.
Oh, it is Barry's wedding.
Yeah,
so it's on Barry's
yeah, they
planet.
bring Supergirl over for the wedding, and then the Nazis from Earth X decide they're gonna crash the wedding.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Flash and Arrow then, or it might be. It could be Legends too.
no, I think it's just Flash and Arrow because like the last crossover we had was a 4-part crossover, but the Supergirl part of that was literally nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the introduction
Yeah, it was-
to.
Yeah, it literally was just the end of Supergirl. They like came through. And
It was the
that
last
it.
maybe 30 seconds of Supergirl where they just
Yeah.
came through the portal, but then in the first 30 seconds of the Flash, it shows them doing that. So watching Supergirl was irrelevant in that one.
Yeah.
But-
I remember that one.
But I think 4 parts is too long, anyways. So I think 2 parts is good. They could do a 3-part one, but keep it stick to 2 and put it on the 2 most popular shows. Makes the most sense.
Well, you think Flash and Flash and Arrow.
Yeah, without a
Those are
question.
the two
Without a
most
question.
Yeah, I don't know why I had Flash and DC in my head, and I was like, never mind, we're talking Flash and Arrow.
I don't get
Yeah.
why so many people hate on Supergirl though.
Yeah, Supergirl's. I feel like Supergirl's really good. I feel like it's just as much up to par as the Flash is. Honestly, it's funny. I feel like Legends. Well, up until this season, I feel like I don't know why I didn't like Legends
Oh,
as
dude.
much at the start.
Legends is
So besides
so good.
start, which can I add that I am so happy that he is back.
that who's back?
No,
Oh,
Snart.
Captain
he's not
Cold?
back,
Oh
back.
man.
He's
Yeah.
just
Oh
in
man,
the
that was
cross-
so upsetting.
He's gonna be in the crossover from
Yeah.
Planet X.
Man, that
working
was
with them.
so upsetting
So-
when that happened. When he left. But yeah, I no listen, I like Supergirl. I just like I get busy. Like there's a lot of shit that I have. There's so many TV shows I have to watch. So many Netflix
yeah.
shows. So but it's like it's
I understand.
I know, like I love all 4 of the CW shows, but it's just like out of the 4 of them, Supergirl's probably my least favorite, which isn't saying much at all because I love Supergirl. It's just
Yeah.
it's like the worst of the best type of deal, and that's just how it is.
Arrow and the Flash had pretty good storylines, and that's why Legends is pretty cool because a lot of the decent characters and stuff.
Oh,
you know
we're
what I
from
mean,
those shows.
Yeah, we're from Arrow and the Flash. But I feel like a lot of people just dislike Supergirl just because they feel like because it's a girl, it's just filled with drama and bullshit. And
Yeah, it's a lot of women.
Yeah,
stuff.
but-
I mean, you got two lesbians together.
But who doesn't
Listen,
like lesbians?
listen.
Like, let's
If
be
the
real
drama is the reason they're giving you, that's bullshit. If they like Arrow, because Arrow is 106% drama.
now. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's no more like drama or anything like that goes on in Supergirl than in any other show. You have the whole love and loss and
Oh, yeah.
and both
Yeah.
I mean, just
shows.
look at how they beat Damien Doc. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. It's like season 3 of Arrow was god awful.
Dude, that whole light thing was terrible.
It wasn't even that. It was just the fucking the drama between Oliver and Felicity. That was
was that the light season? Was that 4?
I don't even remember.
I
What
don't-
are we on season 5 at this point?
yeah. We're on season
Nah,
5
we're on
right
6.
now.
Are we 5?
6? I think it's season 5.
I don't have a clue.
Oh
I
no,
just
no,
know
no, no!
we've been
It is
watching
season
it for a
6.
long time.
No, it is season
Yeah,
6.
so we're talking a lot.
And the Flash is what, season 4?
Flash is shit. Yeah, it is. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because we're already on season 2 of Legends.
Yeah, season 3 of
So-
Supergirl. Goodness gracious. Oh my god. Yeah, no, Supergirl. No, Supergirl is really good. It's just like
It couldn't have been season 2. It had to be 4. They killed Doc. It had to have been 4.
Yeah.
no, but
Five.
season 3 of Arrow, I specifically remember it being the worst season because I just remember Felicity cried literally every episode, and I was like, she was not this crybaby in seasons 1 and 2. She was this badass do-it-yourself girl, and her character was fucking destroyed in season 2 in
Wow.
season 3.
She's gotten back to that.
No,
so-
she's fine. She's much better now, but it's just like
Shit, she's going off on her own without friggin' Oliver.
no, I know, and I
going
love
off
it.
and-
I love it. It's amazing. But like season 3, it was just so bad. Like season 3 was the most drama-filled season, and season 3 of Arrow is still is worse than like all of Supergirl has been. So anybody who says they don't like Supergirl because of the drama can fuck off.
Yeah, honestly,
Well, actually-
I loved what they did with Arrow. I was kind of like skeptical of how they were going to come into season 6 where like the 10 years are up. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
yeah.
They didn't have any kind of backstory to like keep going on to.
Right.
But I feel like they're doing a decent job with it, with Diggle being the Arrow, and I can't even think of if they're doing like still backstory. They always do.
Well, they
random
did
other
some
stuff.
with Slade, some backstory.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
fucking Slade Wilson's the best fucking thing in the show. Oh my
He is
god.
a beast though.
Season
Shot.
2 of Arrow is like the pinnacle of superhero television.
That just makes me think of DC now, the Justice League.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
But-
We'll get to that.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about that. My brother hasn't seen that yet, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave for that.
Okay, we'll talk about Punisher. We'll talk about Punisher first, then, and then whoever wants to talk about then we'll talk about Justice League. Okay, so that's all we have to say really about CW, I guess. Crossover,
Yeah,
excited
I
for
think
that.
That's enough.
So some Star Wars news. Episode 8 is officially rated PG-13, which I feel like was pretty obvious. I just feel like it's kind of funny how they made an announcement about it.
I don't. Now, why are you saying it's obvious? Yeah, I know you're a bigger Star Wars fan than I am.
Have you
so
seen any of the
I've
trailers?
seen them, but
Like-
yeah, I've seen one. I've seen at least one of the trailers. Just while I
Does
was
that
in the
look like
theater,
it- does, like-
something else.
There's a scene where it looks like Rey's being tortured. That's not going to be in a PG movie. Think of all the Marvel movies that have come out. Every single one of those is PG-13. And the last 3 Star Wars movies came out, Episode 3, Episode 7, and Rogue One. Those are all PG-13.
Yeah, so you're saying that people thought it was possibly going to be a PG movie, or
No, I'm just saying I think
probably
it's
not.
funny that they made it was announced that it was PG-13, and it
Oh.
was kind of like, well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, what else would it be? I
Listen,
don't-
it's a slow news week, all right? I had to fill something in. Did you see the Incredibles 2 teaser?
I did, but all I saw, it's just the baby basically.
With Jack, yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, man, listen,
So-
we've been waiting, 12 years for this
It's-
movie?
I was going to say, it's about time, Incredibles. I mean, that movie came out so long ago. We were all like, yeah, let's get another one.
We got a sequel.
Listen to us. Nothing.
We got 2 sequels to Toy Story and a sequel to Finding Nemo. 2 sequels to Cars before we got a sequel to The Incredibles.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm as disappointed as everyone else, I'm sure.
What do you mean about
I hope it's better be good for how long they took to make this.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Somebody better been thinking this up for a long time.
As excited as I am for Incredibles 2, I was really disappointed by the teaser because from what the teaser shows, it looks like they're just going to pick up right after the end of the first one. And I really had wished this was like, it's been like whatever, I think 12 years or so since the first one. I wish this movie took place 12 years after the first one.
Yeah, like if they showed the kids growing up, maybe the world's a little different. Superheroes are back to, out and fighting crime or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. And like the idea that I had in my head was that like all the parents are retired now, and the kids, like they all have kids and they're doing their own, like they're out superheroing. Like Violet moved away, Dash is in college doing his own thing. Jack is kind of still, like Jack is with Frozone's kids, and they're like if Frozen had a kid, they're out like saving the world, like saving the city and stuff like that. And then like something big happens where they all come together and have to fight it. I think that would have been much cooler than what it looks like they're doing, but listen, I'm going to see it anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll all be going to see that. So.
All right, that's
one
of
those
news.
movies where everyone will stop posting and they'll be like, don't bring your kids. This is for us first, and your kids come second.
Yeah, pretty. Hey,
I already see it coming.
So, what you said you had some news, right, Andrew?
I was gonna quickly talk about the new movie coming out, the New Mutants.
Go for it.
That's supposed to be kind of, I guess you could call it the new X-Men, or it's an X-Men spinoff. You'd probably know more than I would of the comics.
New Mutants. I know nothing of New Mutants. I don't read Marvel that much, and I don't read Marvel really, and I especially don't read X-Men just because I'm genuinely not a huge fan of X-Men.
Okay. Well, apparently it's a spinoff in the X-Men comics. And it's going to deal with, just basically kids, gifted kids, who obviously have powers. But I watched the trailer for it, and I wasn't really too thrilled at what it looked like. It honestly looked like a horror movie. Like they're all in like this house.
See, that's where I'm like super interested in it.
Really?
Are you, dude? The last with the exception of Logan, the last every X-Men movie that there has been so generic and boring, and so like the end of the world is coming, and Wolverine like saves the day somehow, and Jean Grey is back, and Mystique is for whatever reason the protagonist. Like, I'm just so
I don't
done.
know. Well, I guess I just don't like horror movies, so that's
might be
probably
it.
why
I didn't think Apocalypse was that bad. That was the last one, right? I mean, the one I don't even think I saw the one with Magneto being like the supervillain. Like that's why I was like, when Mystique was like the hero, I was kind of like, how does Mystique end up a hero? Like,
yeah, no. Oh man, they were trying to push Jennifer Lawrence so much. Listen, I really don't. I think Apocalypse is probably the third worst of all the X-Men movies. And how many has there been? Like 10, I think.
There's been a bunch.
I was thinking more like maybe 7.
There's been 1 through 3. Apocalypse. Well, we counting like Logan and stuff.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. That was the
list of X-Men movies. I got it up right now. There are 1, 2, 3.
There's
4,
still another
5,
one
6,
apparently
7, 8,
coming out next year.
10. There has been 10. We've got X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men Last Stand, X-Men Origins Wolverine, X-Men First Class, The Wolverine, Days of Future Past, Deadpool, Apocalypse. That's 9.
There's still another one supposedly
and
called
Logan.
Dark
Logan,
Phoenix that's supposed to be coming out next year.
Oh, Dark Phoenix? Fuck Dark Phoenix, man. We already got Dark Phoenix and it wasn't good.
I mean, wasn't that in the third one? Where
Yeah.
She, like, became,
Yeah.
Like, what,
Yeah.
how many times are you gonna watch Jean freaking?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm
Hold
getting
on,
at.
they reset everything. It's all reset now from Days of Futures Past.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Reset.
They're still not good.
All right, yeah.
No,
So,
I'm like, ugh. Yeah, it was all reset. Fine, Days of Future Past reset it. Then you got X-Men Apocalypse, which just felt like another generic. Like it just felt the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they are all kind of the same exact thing.
All right,
I don't know. I really like. Yeah.
Sure, they're all the same thing, but then look at like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How all those movies are essentially the same thing, but every single one feels different. Like you can't tell me that Thor Ragnarok feels the same as Thor: The Dark World. You cannot tell me that.
Yeah. Yeah,
but when you go to an X-Men movie, every single X-Men movie is just like another X-Men movie.
Well, that's the thing. Like, well, that's because they don't have. I feel like, the X-Men anyway doesn't have like
20th Century Fox
universes that they use. Where like, I feel like a lot of like the Marvel and stuff, they have worlds and other universes and different places where it takes place, and they like pair off characters differently. But I guess X-Men just doesn't do it as well.
That's the thing though. Like X-Men does have all these things. Like fucking Phoenix, for example, her powers come from this like galactic fire phoenix, like this intergalactic space bird, is where she gets her powers.
We're gonna find out about it in 2018.
Yeah, listen. My predictions.
They just do the same thing though. It's always Wolverine and Jean and Cyclops and Nightcrawler.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm getting at.
They have to have like the biggest like arsenal of mutants to pick out of, and they just keep using the same one.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm so done with these fucking X-Men
movies.
movies.
Ask people to get on the ship. You know what I mean? That's all you need, and you sell movies. You know what I mean? Some random blue guy, some random thing.
Ship. Yeah, really. I feel like though with the New Mutants movie, I would have rather seen it going more the direction of like. Have you been watching The Gifted at all?
No, I haven't.
So The Gifted is it's a Marvel TV show. Basically, it has to have something to do with the X-Men.
It is, yeah, it is.
They literally mention the X-Men in some.
No, it is. They're all mutants.
But I like what The Gifted did because they basically have it where it's more of like a prejudice thing where the world is against them and they're just trying to hide and survive. It's not like them fighting really any evil. Yeah.
Hey, that was the first 3 X-Men movies. So yeah,
it does not feel the same though.
No, really you're right. Doesn't. Listen, I get it. And I just think taking the New Mutants in a horror, like giving it a horror vibe, changes it up a bit and hopefully will make it better. Like it makes it different. Like you've got like Thor Ragnarok and you've got Guardians of the Galaxy and you've got like Avengers 2. Those are all so different from the rest of the Marvel and Ant-Man. Those are all like more comedy-ish compared to especially fucking Ragnarok and Guardians 2. And it's just like that way every movie isn't this like intense like espionage saving the world type movie.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So giving it a horror vibe just makes it different, makes it like more more interesting. It just I don't know, man.
No, I mean I'm definitely still gonna see it, and I mean I'm not gonna write it off just because. I mean I'm not a big horror fan, so.
But you like the Saw movies?
But yeah, but that's more of like because there's, I feel like a puzzle in it.
Fair enough. Okay.
I like the puzzle in Saw, not the horror.
Man, have you seen Murder on the Orient Express yet?
No, me and my coworker are supposed to go see it, and I keep reminding him. I'm like, when are we going to see this? I end up going to see it without him.
I know. I might just go see it like tomorrow.
So I won't be. Actually, I might do that. I might just go see it with him tomorrow.
I can't actually see it tomorrow. I have class, but that was I'll see it Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever. Okay. Anyways, New Mutants. I haven't seen anything for it. I'm not going to see anything for it. I'll see the movie. I'm done watching trailers. I'm done fucking watching trailers.
Yeah. I know your outlook on trailers.
Yeah. After Justice League, I'm not seeing another fucking trailer in my life. That's it for news. You ready to talk about Punisher?
Yeah, let's talk about Punisher.
All right. What'd you think of it? Like,
I thought.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Overall.
Yeah. Overall.
I was just gonna say. I mean, I thought it was great.
Really?
I actually really liked what they did with pairing him up with
Micro.
I can't remember the other guy's name. Yeah.
Yeah, Micro was probably my favorite character in the show.
Really?
Dude, I loved him. I thought he was great. Not only was he like kind of like the way he was just had his like dry humor where he was just like fucking really frank, but like just his whole like tragic hero type thing where he is like he can't see his family. Like he and Frank are so similar when they both like essentially are
That's
can't
why I
see
like
their
that
family.
they paired them up because they both have like almost the same scenario but just different situations.
His hasn't filled through yet.
Yeah.
He still has the chance to change his.
Right. Yeah. I really liked Micro.
Yeah, I think they did a great job. You know what I mean? Micro definitely, I mean, them two together were a great pair. I mean...
It was I really liked him. I think like yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really liked how like they didn't make the Punisher like invincible. Like he wasn't just like he went in and shot everyone and he was tactical.
He got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, he got stabbed, shot. He got all
God.
kinds of things done to him and.
Oh, dude! All I can think about now is that the interrogation thing.
The torture scene at the end.
Yep.
No, I'm talking about the one like closer to the beginning where he's like talking about how to get information out of people, and he shoots the guy in the leg, but he only has one bullet in the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like whatever. He was like the leader of the police or whatever, right?
Yeah, Wolf I think was his name or something.
And he like lets him get out and beat the shit out of him and make him think he takes the gun and shit.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, that was really good.
I was like, that's a great way to, you know what I mean? Because then they gloat. I mean, that's a great way to get the truth out of someone.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
dude.
when someone's gloating, you know they ain't lying. No one lies when they gloat.
Did you guys like the series right out of the gate?
Well, I'm trying to think of what the first episode was.
I know, really.
The first episode was him hitting a wall with a hammer.
Oh, yeah. No, I like that. Like, with the whole... It was okay, you know what I mean? He's just quiet and just hangs out for, like, the longest time.
He was called Hipster a bunch.
He just beats these dudes down with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, like, it took me probably 6 to 8 episodes to actually enjoy watching it.
Really?
It was like...
I didn't mind the first episodes at all. I thought...
Listen.
I mean, he was just trying to be, quiet. He's basically... I wouldn't say depressed, but he's just fed up with life. He's just basically surviving with minimum effort.
Here's the thing. When I was told that there was going to be a Punisher TV series, I was ready for balls to the wall, guns and shootouts and fight scenes, and there was not that at all.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't want it to be that because I want it to be more real. I mean, Listen. If he was a real person and all this shit really happened, I mean, he's not going to be able to just go guns to the wall, just killing everybody. And to me, that's not real. And I know, like, obviously he does that in some sense, but only to a certain extent.
I mean, I feel like they definitely, like, they do a lot. I mean, I feel what he means where there really wasn't much killing. Like, for it being a Punisher movie... You know what I mean? Until, like, towards the end, like, he talks about how, I'm going to kill everyone, but, like, he really doesn't.
I mean, he does kill everyone, but eventually.
Legit, I'm thinking here, like, who doesn't he kill?
Well, he kills a bunch of them, but, like, he doesn't kill anyone for, like, the first couple episodes until he dumps them kids into the
concrete?
But
concrete.
the Punisher, it's not like he's just somebody who just kills all
That's
the time.
exactly what he does!
He's the Punisher!
But to me, the Punisher is he's still a symbol of justice. He would only kill people who truly deserve.
I know.
Deserve
listen, I know.
So what? You wanted to see him like first episode, him like hunting down some
fucking I wanted to see him go just absolutely beat the shit out of a fucking rapist. That's what I wanted in the first episode.
Well, I mean, like, I would have definitely taken, like, even when he gets, like, the guns and stuff, like, I'm trying to think, I don't think he really kills it. Like, he steals them from the government and he tries, like, Doesn't he steal? Who does he steal the gun from? Yeah, he
he
doesn't kill,
steals them
and
from
then saves
Homeland
the chick
Security.
life. Like, at least let him like gun down like a freaking like a warehouse full of bad guys that we could see. You know what I mean? Just like a one or two like more decent fights. I feel like he fought so much of like killing and not killing throughout the series, rather than just being the Punisher. I guess. I mean, that's where the storyline kind of helps him like grow.
It's kind of
out
an origin
being,
story.
You know what I mean, grow out of just being this mass murderer, I guess. But,
Yeah, listen,
you know what I mean?
like, let me just go further on. It took me like 6 to 8 episodes to get into it, but after finishing the series, I fucking loved it. Like, it took me a while to get into it, but once I finished it, I was like, okay, this wait was worth it, because those last like 2 to 3 episodes where he is just going like. Where pretty much the entire episode was a fight scene. That shit was such a payoff. It was so worth the wait for that.
Yeah, like he chops that guy's head off, throws it in there.
Oh yeah, there's a fucking grenade on it. Oh hell yeah. Oh, like if that was every episode, that would have got so boring. So like I'm okay with the fact that it was that way, but going into it, it was like agonizing to watch.
So I was just thinking when the kid gets caught with the knife and he's like asking them about it, like the what's his name son, Micro's son.
Oh yeah,
and the Punisher's in there talking to him about it.
Oh, he torches this poor boy.
He like grabs him and puts it right. Like I'm like Jesus, bro. Like if he were, you know what I mean.
The parenting skills.
Like you should have known he was a psychopath then.
No, right? No, like
he was just trying to scare him straight, but the kid was already scared to death.
That kid was really. I think the kids are pretty good in this show. There were some moments where the acting was kind of off, but like for the most part, it was pretty solid.
Yeah. So, do you actually watch? Have you watched all the other Marvel shows?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can't tell you how fucking excited I am for Jessica Jones season 2.
I haven't even seen. Is there any
season 2?
There's nothing.
I figured there would be one, but
there's nothing for it yet.
Okay.
Is it when's the timeline after?
Defenders? Yeah.
It's got to be.
Well, I would assume they're just gonna follow the timeline as they go. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder if it's gonna be during like the Punisher.
The only confusing thing is when you look back and try to build the timeline off of what's already happened. That's when you have to like be like, wait, which one happened?
Well, that's why I also say too, like, could the timeline possibly be like during the Punisher? Like, I honestly still didn't watch the last 10 minutes of the Defender to see what the hell's up with Elektra and Daredevil. I fell asleep for the last 10 minutes and haven't watched.
I'd probably. Well, I mean, it's not really too much to see.
They got trapped down there, right?
Well, he's alive.
Well, I said trapped.
Yeah,
I didn't say dead.
Trapped. I also want to like. Did anyone else notice how like there was some connection there between him and what's her name?
Jessica.
Like, is there a name? The girl who's in all the movies.
The blonde.
Yeah, the blonde. I can't think of her name right now.
The assistant from Daredevil.
That's what you're talking about. Oh, Karen.
Yeah, Karen.
Yeah. There was kind of that in So Daredevil season 2. Frank and Karen kind of had like there was like some romantic tension between them, and then all of a sudden
I must have missed that in that.
Oh, dude. Oh, they had such a dynamic going. Like, and it was so the chemistry between those two was unreal. And then out of nowhere, she just ends up with Matt, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, but they're not together anymore.
No, I know.
It's funny because she literally didn't she not want to be with him because he's always being the Daredevil and stuff.
Yeah,
and going out, but yet she seems to have feelings for the Punishers out there just murdering people. Like,
yeah, listen,
because he's a badass.
That's like my life story right there. You do a little bad, but this badass over here is just murdering everyone. I want him.
If I remember correctly, I think it was more so that she didn't like that Matt was lying to her about like hiding the fact that he was Daredevil, more so than him actually being Daredevil.
Well, I feel like a lot of it too has to do with like she feels bad that he's lost his whole family. And
definitely.
Stuff with him,
definitely.
And he's a super badass. So like she She's like, I love this guy.
How did you guys feel about the villain of Punisher? The antagonist.
I didn't think he was okay. Honestly, I like how like they make him to be like super smart and like prepared. Like even when Frank has like the sniper shot and shoots the glass and it's bulletproof glass, hits him right in the forehead.
That
like,
was awesome, by the way.
Oh, that was such a cool fucking shot.
When he shot.
Oh my god, that was so cool. Yeah.
Breaks the glass right in front of his face.
Imagine that. Imagine just being like, "Woo, that was a close one."
Or imagine being Frank and being like, "Oh yeah, I fucking got him now," and then being like, "Oh no, I don't."
Yeah, the second it hits the glass, that freaking this whole field lights up and shit, and like he's light as day. Like he's just like, no way, bro. Like, what?
Frank was just like, fuck.
Should have just fired another one. It probably would have went through.
Dude, he didn't like. No one even moved either. Like he laid there looking at him. The other dude sat there looking for him. Like no one even moved or flinched like at first when all this like commotion starts.
Yeah.
Just another day.
I think. Well, that was the end of an episode. I think.
Yeah, I
Was
think.
it?
I think
Yeah,
it was the end of
that happened right at the end of one. At the end of one of the episodes.
Oh, well, that's a good little teaser there. Even though the whole season's on on Netflix, you're gonna wait a week, but
Yeah. No, like
but
yeah, I guess that was the villain of the show. But what about the antagonist, Billy Russo, Billy Russell?
You were talking about
Russo?
Billy. I was thinking that guy to be more of the head honcho. I
Well,
guess.
no, I guess he's the villain of the show, but Billy's the antagonist.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I
thought Billy did a great job of being the
Yeah.
villain.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean,
Sleeping with the enemy, fucking
exactly.
Yeah,
I
dude.
didn't even know he was the enemy for
Freaking
most of the season.
killing her partner and then coming to clean her up after.
Oh
she
my
was holding
god.
him,
Oh my god, that was so good.
like,
That was like,
like-
but that's just like so fucking
That was
evil.
just so
That's so
messed
fucking
up.
evil,
That
isn't it?
is. That is just so messed up.
see, I don't know why he blew his cover in that stairwell. Like,
Because he had Frank in the stair. He wanted to kill Frank.
so what? You
He was
don't.
so
yeah. So
set on
you let
killing
her
Frank.
and Frank know that you're on the wrong side in this, and you don't even kill Frank.
Well, he shot him.
Yeah. Well, you
He
gotta
just-
have a better shot than
He,
that.
like,
It's
nicked
fucking
his-
Frank Castle.
Nicked his ear or something.
Motherfucker, you better shoot correct. You gonna try to kill Frank? Cause
Yeah, right.
He probably. Hey, he said he wouldn't have missed, and he missed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was a stupid move on his. He had everything going, dude. He had everyone fooled. Freaking no one knew he was bad.
Well, she suspected him before that.
Yeah,
but
yeah, but no evidence.
that was
I mean,
that
that's-
was her confirmation. Even though he didn't confirm anything there, it was clear as day.
Yeah, no one said nothing, but yet they just knew because this dude's just like, oh, I can't see it. But like even after, like when she says to drop the weapon, like he could have played that shot off and been like, oh, I thought, you know what I mean, or something different, like trying to save her life. But instead, he doesn't even have a shot, and he stays there just aiming, like to make it blatantly obvious that he's trying to kill somebody here. Like,
Yeah. I really liked, I guess besides that one part, I really like Billy Russo, and I really like the fact, I keep saying Billy Russo, I'm pretty sure it's Billy Russo, it might be Billy Russell, pretty sure it's Billy Russo, but I really like
I
that,
don't know. I know it's Billy.
I know it's Billy something with an R, but I like how it was like the brother, they had like a brotherhood, and then he betrayed him.
Yeah.
I thought that was such a great dynamic.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like towards the end, where he says he's gonna give him the like quick death if he just gives them what they need and shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was,
like that too.
he was
There you
like,
go.
he was very, like, it was like, we're very clearly on opposite sides, but I still respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Eh,
and the flashbacks of showing him being Uncle Billy as like, as Frank is
Yeah,
is getting the shit beat out of him,
Yeah,
and
his
him and Frank is just thinking, this motherfucker. Yeah, no,
So-
it was really good.
I was laughing so hard when he snipped his handcuffs and then the other guy just shoots him up with adrenaline.
Adrenaline?
Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just killed yourself. I'm like, do you realize that you just did?
Yeah. Oh man!
You literally just powerhouse the guy who's about to try to kill you.
That was also one of those moments where I was watching this and I was like, man, that is so clearly just, we gotta figure out how to bring him back from this. Like, the writers were just like, how can we make him not be dead right now?
Yeah. Well, I think it fit well because he was, kind of going in and out of consciousness, I guess.
No, listen, it
a little
fits.
Out of it.
It
So
fits.
he wanted to wake him up, so he saw him cutting out his eye.
Well, that's the thing too, and I'm pretty sure, like in I would say, what is it, Law-Abiding Citizen, he does the same kind of thing. The adrenaline keeps you, I think, awake through like the pain. I mean, you won't be able to pass out from exhaustion. You can't fight the adrenaline. So even if you have to stay awake while he's cutting your eye out.
No, listen, I get it. I get it. Like, it works in the context of the show. But me, as somebody who likes movies this much and wants to be a filmmaker, it was just so like, this is very clearly the writers not letting him, giving him an edge to be able to fight back.
Oh yeah.
Because without the adrenaline, there was no way he was going to fight back.
Yeah, right. He could
I
just
don't know.
scream.
He's the Punisher.
Okay. No, because after the
no, just scream. Come on.
No,
when he screams, magical things
after
happen.
the adrenaline wore off, he could not move. Once the adrenaline had worn off.
I guess even the Punisher has his limits.
You just said you wanted this to be more real.
You're right.
I think that's all. I think that all that there is to say about the Punisher. So, Doug, I don't know if you know how our rating system works, but we have one of two options. There is mediocre at worst and mediocre at best. Mediocre at best. Yeah, mediocre at best, meaning the best this show could possibly be is mediocre, and the mediocre at worst is obviously the inverse of that, which means this is better than mediocre. Those are the only two options we have.
So, for instance, I'll go first. It was definitely mediocre at worst.
Okay, I completely agree. Mediocre at worst, all the way.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Mediocre at worst.
Have we had a mediocre at best yet? Daddy's Home 2?
Actually, yeah, Saw.
Saw, yeah. Saw was Jigsaw was mediocre at best.
Jigsaw. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That was mediocre at best.
Yeah, Jigsaw was so not good.
Even though I enjoyed the movie, it wasn't a good movie. I just enjoyed that type of movie,
Did you guys do a thing for Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Nah, that was before we had started this.
Before.
Oh, all right.
The first...
That was a mediocre at best.
You didn't like it?
I liked it, but there was no story behind it. I mean...
I know what he's talking about.
I can see where you're coming from.
I felt like there was a lot of setup going on. Like, I don't know, I just felt like the whole movie was just setting up.
It was like a filler movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, it was funny. It was
feel
definitely really funny, but.
Okay, I can feel you on that.
Well, I guess I loved it, but
our rating system is more so our enjoyment of the movie than it is the actual the thing as a whole.
Yeah.
But hey, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from on that. But anyways, yeah, that's it for Punisher. Doug, thanks for coming on the show to talk about it with us.
No problem. You know what I mean? I was asking Andrew, you know what I mean, if you guys ever, just the two of you and get bored, you know what I mean? I'm usually in the next room.
All right, sounds good, man.
If I know Doug's seen the movie, I may just call him in sometimes. I mean, he's literally in the next room usually when I'm doing this. So.
Sounds good to me.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, man.
All right.
All right, now Andrew, you ready to talk about Justice League?
Yeah, let's talk about Justice League.
Okay. What did you think about Justice League, Andrew?
I actually really liked it, which is
you did.
I did.
Oh my gosh!
Which is weird because I actually did not like Batman vs Superman as much as I thought I was going to. I thought I wasn't going to like this. I thought I wasn't going to like this in the same way, but I actually did. And I was like, oh, wow. So I actually think they did a pretty good job at, kind of introducing all the new characters. Other than really the Flash, they didn't really do too much of an introduction for him other than, well, I just mean like a backstory, not an introduction.
You didn't, I don't think you need,
he kind of just walked in.
So. Yeah, here's the thing for the Flash, right? It's the same thing that goes with Spider-Man, with Batman, and with Superman. We've seen their Batman and Superman, we've seen their origins time and time again. You don't need to show it. With the Flash, you have the TV show right now, which is so goddamn popular, you don't need to show the Flash's origin again.
I agree.
Yes.
And also, that was the other thing that kind of I wasn't sure how it was going to side with me, is the fact that you're now kind of mixing in things from the TV show with the movie. Obviously, they don't intertwine, but in my mind, I obviously think of them in the same way. So if they do something different in the movie, it's like, oh, why didn't they do it like this? Because I think of the TV show. But I actually really liked it.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you hear about what happened behind the scenes with this movie?
No.
Okay. So, Zack Snyder was directing this movie, and he was like, I don't know how far along he was with production, but he was pretty far along with the production. Then there was some family drama that happened. And it's I fucking get it, man. There was a death in his family, and his daughter had died. And so he had backed out of the movie, and Joss Whedon came in and filmed the rest of the movie, but then he also reshot a lot of the movie because for whatever tonal reasons, or they were trying to course correct for Batman vs Superman, and they wanted to make it seem happier and stuff like that. So Joss Whedon had reshot a lot of the movie, so it had doubled their budget. And it's pretty obvious, especially with some of the CGI on Cyborg and some of the green screen.
He looked great.
Well, here's the thing: sometimes he looks great, other times he did not look great. I'm trying
to think of a scene where I feel like it didn't look good.
Almost every scene. Almost every scene. Did you notice what was up with Superman's face in the movie?
Well, that's just a big. That's basically, if people haven't seen the movie, poor them. You just ruined the whole thing.
Oh my goodness gracious! It was in all the promotional material. Get out of here.
It wasn't in the preview. I didn't know about it.
Really?
All I've ever seen is the preview, and it's not in the preview, so I didn't know.
You saw Batman vs Superman, right?
Yeah.
You saw the dirt lifting off of his coffin, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but he was still dead.
All right, whatever, man. It's Superman, okay? In the comics, he died and came back, I think, a week later.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways.
So he would have just came back anyways.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, without a question. Anyways, did you notice that there was, his face looked kind of plasticky?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Here's what the fuck happened with that. So he was filming Mission Impossible 6, the new one that's coming out. He's the villain in that, and he has a mustache and kind of a stubble in that movie. So when he had to go back to shoot for reshoots for Justice League, they wouldn't let him shave his face, so they had to CGI a clean-shaven face on Henry Cavill, and that's why his face looks so weird for the entire film.
See, you know what's weird to me is I feel like lots of you're paying attention to CGI and special effects. To me, as much as I love when those things look really good, I feel like there's something I don't really pay too much attention to. As someone who loves a lot of older movies like Tremors and shit like that, where the CGI is terrible.
Listen, okay, Andrew, I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. CGI isn't the biggest thing, but this movie, Andrew, was $300 million to make. That there is no excuse.
Okay, yeah, all right. I didn't. You got a point there.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
you're spending that kind of money. Yeah, I'd better see better results than that.
That's what I'm saying. The CGI crew had, I think, 3 months to edit all the reshoots before the movie came out. Man, I get it. It's not their fault. And I was so damn excited for this movie. So excited. I am a huge Justice League fan. I literally just spent $66 on a Justice League poster while taking my astronomy test because I fucking love
I know.
DC Comics so much. But I was so disappointed with this movie.
Really?
Oh my god, it was so... listen, I enjoyed it. There were parts of it that I enjoyed, but I was just so disappointed, man.
I mean, I will say I was very disappointed with how it all ended. I just felt I mean, I know Superman is Superman. He shows up and he just, this guy's nothing. Just takes him down, and everyone's just running around. It's a jolly good time.
You didn't like how Superman just came in and fucking beat it? I love that.
I just feel like I like it in a sense, but I just feel like it's just, I don't know.
Here's what I think.
Superman's just such a power that he's just going to show up. I mean, who can rival him? If they just bring him in as the almighty power, then what are they going to do for the future of the Justice League? Like, who's going to be the villains that the antagonists that's going to come in and rival Superman?
That's the thing. Let me get at you. So for Superman,
okay,
all of Superman's villains can rival Superman. So you have one villain called, like, if you were going to have the next Superman solo film, you could have Parasite, which literally absorbs people's life force and then gains their powers, kind of like Rogue from X-Men. You have not Magneto, Jesus Christ. You have Metallo, who is a robot with a kryptonite heart. You've got
okay, makes sense.
You've got Mongol, which is this. Is it Mongol? I think it's Mongol, and he basically he has a giant spaceship that is a planet that is just a war planet. Everybody on there is just fighting all the time, and he's really strong too. You've got Lex Luthor, of course. You've got Brainiac, who is this intellectual. He's like shrinking cities down and keeping them as a collection. He's like gaining all the knowledge of the universe, or trying to, and so that's like a villain, which it's not a fight type of villain for Superman. It's like a brain. Like, it's a battle of the minds type of thing for Superman, which is cool because Superman's all about, strength and shit. So it's like, you could have that for just a Superman movie. But then a Justice League movie, that's the thing what I loved about this, right? So you have Steppenwolf, who is from the planet Apocalypse, is the general of Darkseid's army, and Superman just murked Steppenwolf, right? So then in Justice League 2, the next one, you bring in Darkseid from the planet Apocalypse, just like Steppenwolf is, and the Justice League is like, oh, we got this. Superman destroyed Steppenwolf last time he was here. We'll get him again this time. So then Superman goes up to like punch Darkseid or whatever, and Darkseid hits him with his Omega beams and gets absolutely floored. Like, do you know what Darkseid's Omega beams are?
Can't say I do.
Okay, so you know how Superman has heat vision?
Yep.
Imagine heat vision, but it can just like take a left turn out of nowhere. That's what his Omega beams are. It's the coolest thing ever. It's like laser beams, but they can just go in, like, just take turns and like chase
I'm
you down.
Assuming he just controls this with his mind, like he's just
pretty
like,
much.
Over to the left and
exactly. So then Superman gets floored by this guy Darkseid. Darkseid just like backhands him or whatever, and then the Justice League is like, oh shit, maybe we actually have to fight this guy. So that's what you could do for the next Justice League movie.
I just I don't know, I guess it's just like if Superman doesn't stand a chance, I just don't know how a lot of many of the characters in the Justice League are going to stand a chance.
That's the thing, though. That's what's so great about all the characters of the Justice League is that it's like they may not be able to beat him one-on-one, but they got to work as a team, and also they can't just beat him straight on. They have to do something. They have to trick him, set him up, and put him in a trap, or trick him thinking he's doing one thing and they end up doing another thing. Like that's the thing, and that's what'll make a good Justice League movie. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, and I think I also agree with something I think Nick said, which is I wish there was a Green Lantern, which I know there technically was in a sense, but I'm glad, like. One of the things I heard about this, one of the criticisms I heard, Jesus fucking Christ, criticisms I heard was that there wasn't really much of a main character. So I think adding a Green Lantern would just make that even worse.
Do you really want a main character in this type of movie? I mean, I feel like
you just need someone to follow.
Like the Avengers and stuff like that. You'd follow Batman. I mean,
but you really didn't. It wasn't like in Avengers. Like Iron Man, the first Avengers, Iron Man is very much the lead character.
Yeah. Even in like just trying to think in the other Avengers, if really it's the same way.
I think it was more Captain America in Avengers 2, if I remember correctly. Or no, it was Iron Man again because he made Ultron.
Yeah.
And then in Civil War, it was Captain America.
Wow.
Well,
yeah,
I mean that was
definitely
but in like
Captain
Guardians of the
Civil
Galaxy, it is very much Star-Lord that is the main character. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
have
know
all
what
these-
you're saying.
You have all these ensemble films, but there's still a quote main character.
Well,
So-
what's kind of funny is they almost literally talk about that in the movie, how there's no lead. Like, I know Batman's trying to get Wonder Woman to literally take over as the leader because he doesn't want to be it, or he doesn't feel he can be it, or whatever reason. He's trying to make her step up. So it's almost like they're trying to put that out there right in the movie that there is no one leading.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, but that was just one of the things I heard, so I figured I'd mention it. I don't really want to talk about this movie all that much because it's been like a week or so our review's a little late. But
Yeah,
I just wanted to bring it up. Like I was real disappointed. I still enjoyed it. There were parts of it that I did enjoy. I'm glad that they fixed Superman. Like, Superman in the first couple movies of this universe, he was just like this really like dark, sad character just all the time, and that's not what Superman should be. In this movie, they totally fixed it. Like, there was a scene where he was fighting Steppenwolf, and the Superman's like, "Wait, there's civilians that we need to save," and Batman's like, "No, the Flash has got it," and Superman's like, "Nope, there's too many," and just leaves.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
that
I totally agree. That's Superman through and through. He's gonna go save the people before
exactly
defeating the villain. So
exactly. So I was real happy to see that.
which
I really
just
like
happens
the Flash
to tie
in this.
into what's going on in the Flash right now too. But
Yeah, yeah, true. I really like the Flash in this movie. That scene with him and his dad at the prison. Oh my God, that was amazing.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was a good scene.
Dude, Ezra Miller is killing it. Wonder Woman was weird. She was kind of like I don't know. She was too stern in this movie, I felt.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. She just trying to think of how to say it, but yeah, I mean, I guess just calling her stern. She wasn't expressing herself, if that's the way to say it, but I know what you're saying.
Like in Wonder Woman, she was like very hopeful of the world.
Yeah.
And I get that this movie takes place however many years later, but it's just really weird to have the last time we see Wonder Woman, she's really hopeful and excited and all about the world and everything, and then in this one she's kind of like, fuck this.
Yeah, and it's why though? It's not like, I mean, what happened that could have done that?
Well,
I
she's
mean,
been
a couple of
she's been
years.
alive since World War. She's been alive for millions of years, but
That's what I'm saying. So
she's
like,
been
why?
she's been in the world of like humanity since World War I. A lot of shit's gone down, so I can understand her like not being all about it anymore.
Yeah, but if she was hopeful in the last movie, well, after
Which took
she's
place
lived
in the
this
40s.
long time, why is a couple of years all of a sudden going to change her perspective?
I mean, listen, I get it, but like I understand both sides of the argument, but that's just one thing. What do you think about Cyborg?
I don't know. I felt like he was just kind of blah to me. I mean, I don't know
Just
why.
kinda
I just
there?
felt like, he didn't really have any character at all. I mean, yeah, we know his background, but I guess technically he's not human, so he shouldn't show many human traits, but...
Well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. That's what they got wrong with Cyborg, is that Cyborg may be mostly machine, but he is still 100% human.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Cyborg was kind of a disappointment for me. They could have done more with him. Hopefully, we'll see him get better. What do you think of Batman?
I don't hate him, but I really don't like him.
Yeah, he could have been better.
I definitely feel like, I mean, I don't read the comics or anything. I just go based off of the past Batmans I've seen.
Sure.
And when I just compare it to what I've seen in the past, it's just like he's nowhere near as good as, who played? Yes, thank you. I felt like he was a much better Batman. So.
All right, we can talk about this some other time when we're not over an hour already.
I can hear the disagreement. Me and you, I swear, me and you have like nothing we agree on half the time. Like literally, like we're always just in complete disagreement on every point of view.
I don't know. It makes conversations more interesting. Certainly.
Yeah, I guess.
What'd you think about Aquaman?
I actually liked Aquaman probably the best. I actually think he was the. To me, he had the most character, and even though I would have liked to know a little more about his past, I'm assuming are they going to do like some. Yeah, they're going to do like individual movies on some of these characters.
Yeah, so
now?
the next DC movie that comes out is Aquaman.
Okay, I was going to say that. Oh yeah, I actually knew that.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see that movie to see a little bit more about him. So I think to me he was the best character out of all of them.
Really cool.
Besides, yeah.
I'm actually a really big Aquaman fan. Like
really?
I've read all of Aquaman from the New 52, and I think Aquaman's fucking cool as shit. So in this movie, go ahead.
So you liked him in the movie? I was just.
I liked him. I liked him a lot. I really wish, like, I hope what we get in the Aquaman movie is more of him dealing with being from neither one of the worlds that he's a part of. You get what I mean?
Yeah, you mean just trying to kind of figure out where he belongs, or you mean...
Yeah, because he's half human, half Atlantean, but he doesn't really... Like, he's never really been a part of both worlds. And there was that moment where he's talking to Mera when he went to Atlantis. There's that moment where it's like... sorry, not that moment. There's the moment when he is sitting on the lasso of truth, which was a really funny scene, I think.
yeah, that was hilarious.
Where he's like, I'm part Atlantean, part human, but I've never really felt a part of each one of those worlds. Like, I'm like, yes, that is what I want for the Aquaman movie.
Yeah, I agree. That is exactly, and I think also, like we did see a little bit more when he was down talking to you. Said her name, but. Mera? I definitely ain't remembering her name. She was only in like one scene.
Yeah, she was awesome, dude. Mera is so badass.
She was good, so I mean, you obviously hear a little bit of his backstory there about how he's, was apparently dropped off at somebody's doorstep, I guess, when he was a child. I'm assuming his mom did to save him from something.
Yeah. So his dad. So here's what's up with.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what's up with Aquaman. His mother was the queen of Atlantis. She fell in love with his dad, who is human, and so his mother left him with his father, who was he worked a lighthouse in Maine, in Azure Bay, I think it's called. I forget what the name of the place he lived is, but he grew up in Maine, and then his dad, like recently, around like when he got older, like 20 whatever years old. His dad died of a heart attack, so now he felt like he didn't really have anybody. So that's when he started to become like the king of Atlantis. And then there's this whole thing with his brother, his half brother.
Did he always know that he was?
No, not always. Not always.
Okay.
It depends. Sometimes he knew like once his father died. Sometimes he knew a little bit beforehand. Like he found out after his father died, or he found out like when he was like whatever 12 years old or something. But then so when he goes to Atlantis, he's the eldest son of like the royal family, so he is supposed to be the king. But there's a lot of like this turmoil within the
he's
whatever.
He's basically not from there. Yeah, he's not one of them, so he has no right to be king in a sense. Yeah,
so like
I can already see the story.
So like part of it, so part of Atlantis is like he is our king, and the other part is like no, he's fucking not. And then he has a brother, Orm, who is full Atlantean, but Orm is his younger brother, so Orm technically shouldn't be the king, but a lot of people think that he should because he's full Atlantean. So it's this whole thing, and it's so good. And also, Aquaman's a badass. Oh, that's one thing I wish they did with Aquaman is they showed his strength a lot more, because like there's this one awesome comic where it's called The Throne of Atlantis, where like Atlantis is being tricked to basically invade Earth, like the people on land, because Orm is the king right now, or whatever bullshit. Orm is the king right now, so he's controlling Atlantis, and he's like, we're gonna go to war with. we're gonna go to war with people on land. So Superman comes in and is talking to Aquaman, and Superman is like, "Listen, Arthur, you gotta figure basically Superman's trying to tell him how to be king of Atlantis, and Aquaman's like, "Listen, Clark, don't tell me what to do or whatever. Like, don't get in my way." And Superman's like, "I'm gonna get in your way," and Superman goes after him, and with one punch, Aquaman just lays Superman out on his ass. And I'm like, I wish that was in the movie. That would have been so cool.
Well, that sounds like a really good future movie.
Yeah, I know.
So if somebody
what'd you think of mediocre at worst, mediocre at best for Justice League?
That's a tough one. I feel like I don't want to say mediocre at worst because I don't feel like it was that good. You know what? No.
Was it better or worse than? But
worst.
Was it better or worse than average?
I'm going with mediocre at worst. I think it was better than average. It also beat my expectations. I really had low expectations after Batman vs Superman, and so I think it was better than that.
There were parts that I liked about it, but overall, I think I have to go with mediocre at best. I was really disappointed.
Yeah. See, I also think you hold a higher standard.
No, it's not even that. I was like, listen, I didn't like Batman vs Superman. This movie's probably going to be like that, so just get ready for that. And I went in. You shouldn't have to go into movies with low expectations.
Yeah.
You should not go into a $300 million movie with low expectations.
You definitely have a point there.
Should
be the highest expectation to that budget.
I know. Dude, opening. Do you know what this movie made opening weekend, Andrew?
I heard it didn't. Did I hear it didn't?
$94 million, Andrew.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I don't know when you went, but when I went, the theater wasn't full. I was like, why is there nobody here? Not for me.
I went Thursday night, so the theater was
that's right.
packed.
You went Thursday. I went Friday though. I would still think that Friday after it, comes out, it should still be. Well,
here's the thing. Here's the thing about Thursday showings is Thursday showings are for the people who, those are the diehard fans. Anybody?
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, in what I've always seen in movies that are popular, is they're usually sold out on Friday, and honestly, they're usually sold out for most of the times after 4 throughout the entire weekend.
Yeah, man. Whatever. So. I don't really want to talk about this anymore. It's really disappointing.
All right.
So that's about it. We're not gonna do the what you've been up to because we're a bit over time this time.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
We had a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
So what are we seeing?
Oh, we are seeing this upcoming week. Where is it? The Disaster Artist. I don't really know what it's about, honestly. I think it's about there's a movie called The Room, which is apparently really bad, and I guess this is about making that movie. I should probably watch The Room.
So. If it's about that, maybe I'll watch it. I feel like The Room might be on Netflix or it's gotta be.
Wait,
somewhere.
You'll maybe watch The Room or maybe watch the Disaster.
No, I'll
Artist?
maybe watch The Room. I'm definitely gonna watch the Disaster Artist.
You have to. It's required.
Yeah, I realize it's a job requirement.
All right, so that's it for this episode. Check out So I Heard You Like Wrestling. We didn't have an episode this past week because it was Thanksgiving, but we'll have an extra long episode this week talking about everything we missed. Follow me on or subscribe to me on YouTube, Kinja777. Andrew, you don't have anything you want to plug, right?
No, I think that's it. We've said enough.
Tune in next week when hopefully we'll have all three of us here and we talk about the escape artist. The escape artist? The disaster artist. Thank you, everybody, for listening. In the meantime, my name is Ian. For Andrew, and as always, remember, watch more movies.